Hello students, in this statistics we are doing that exercise, last exercise, exercise 3. In that we have finished up to section C. See, this section C we have finished up to here. Now let's start with the section D. In the first 6 questions that are theory questions, so now let's take and solve sum number 7. First of all, we read the sum that the economic growth rates of a state for 4 consecutive years are 2%, 2.5%, 3%, 4% respectively. Find the average growth rate using an appropriate average. Which average we have to apply here? Here appropriate average, that means here we can apply the geometric mean. Now first of all, here 2%, 2.5%, 4% that is given. The growth rate of growth is given. Growth, that means increase. Growth, that means there is an increase in the value, and percentage is given, that means there is an increase in the 100 value. So let's take values as x1, x2, x3 and x4, because in the geometric mean we take x1, x2, x3 and x4 for the given value. So 100 plus 2 grows, so it becomes 102. 100 plus 2.5, so it becomes 102.5. 100 plus 4, it becomes 104. 100 plus 3, it becomes 103. Now we put up all the values into the formula. First of all, we write down formula for the geometric mean. Geometric mean is equals to square root of, now here 4 values are given. So 4 square root of x1 multiplied by x2 multiplied by x3 multiplied by x4. Right, now we put up values. This one is the decimal point. First of all, we multiply all these values, so that comes 111,999,3960. Now 4 is given. I have already said earlier when we have seen this method that we make square root, which we can multiply this value. So we can multiply this 4 by 2. 2 multiplied by 2 comes 4. So we make square root 2 times. So first time you make square root, so it becomes 1085272. Now again you make square root of this value, so it comes 102.87. Right? Now here we have added growth rate, we have added in the 100. So now this answer we less from the 100. So we get exact value for the growth rate. So average growth rate of economic, that is 102.87. minus 100 comes 2.87%. Now why we have to write down percentage along with the answer? Because here there is a percentage growth rate is given. So we write down percentage along with the answer. Question number 8, that is an easy sum. In that you have to find out day 7 and P15. Sum number 9, that is an easy sum. In that you have to find out only mean. See, formula I have written along with this sum. Then in sum number 10 we have to find out combined mean, and we have to find out that x value for the x bar. See, I have written these 2 steps of the sum. You can see these 2 steps and you can able to solve this sum, because this we have already solved. Now sum number 11. Now we see this sum because this is little bit tricky sum. The mean of 50 observations is 35. Later on it was known that the value of one observation was taken as 50, which was wrong. Find the mean of remaining observations by excluding the wrong observation. Now here one observation that is added and we have to exclude that one observation to get the correct mean. This kind of sum that also we have seen, but again we solve this sum. Now first of all, n is equals to 50 is given and x bar is equals to 35 is given. So sum of observation n into x bar comes 50 multiplied by 35 comes 1705. Now how I have taken this sum of observation? See, formula of mean, that is x bar is equals to sigma x upon n. This is the summation of the given observation, right? So we require sum of observation or summation of all the observation, both are same. So x bar 35 is given and 50 is given. So multiply this 35 by 50. So we get sigma x. So this is sigma x. Right? This is sigma x we get. Now first of all, n is equals to 50 is given. In that we have to subtract one wrong observation. So our n becomes now 49. So sum of 49 observation is equals to 1750 minus 50 comes 1700. So we get 1700. Now we can find out correct mean. This is the correct mean. Correct mean, this is correct mean. Correct mean of remaining observations is equals to 1700 upon 49 comes 34.65. This is the correct mean. Correct x bar also you can write down. Right, so this is how we can solve the sum. Sum number 12 now. That 3 students from a group of 18 students failed in an examination for the subject of economics. The marks obtained by the students who passed are as follows. These data are given. Find the median marks of all 18 students. For this sum, we have to find out median for raw data. That is also an easy sum. So this you can solve yourself. Then sum number 13. The mean daily sell of a company is 126.2 units. The sell on 10 days after adopting a new advertising strategy are as follows. These data are given and question is, can we say that mean sell has increased by new advertising strategy? Question is, can we say that mean sell we have to find out, that means here we have to find out mean for this given data. Right, so this is also an easy sum. Then section E, that whole section we have completed. Then section F, in the section F, sum number 1, that the data about marks scored by 55 students from a school are given below. Now table is given, marks and number of students is given. Below this table, one question is given that if 30 students failed in the examination, what are the passing marks? Now here 30 students, if 30 students failed in an examination, what are the passing marks we have to find out? That means here we have to find out D3. Here we have to find out D3. Then question number 2, that is if top 5% students are to be selected for scholarship, find the lowest marks among them. Lowest marks among them we have to find out. That means here we have to find out P95. So D3 and P95 both are easy to find out, right? So this you can do yourself. Question number 2 now. In question number 2, 2 brands of tires are to be compared for their mean life. The following data are available. In that, see, first of all, life is given, that means classes are given, the number of tire A and number of tire B. 2 types of data are given. Now question is on the basis of mean, which brand of tire is better? First of all, we have to find out mean for brand A and then find out mean for brand B. Then compare both the mean. A's mean that we get 22.33 and B's mean we get 23.5. So whichever is higher, that is better than the other one. So B's answer comes higher, that is 23.5. So B is more better than A. So this is also an easy sum. So this you can solve. Then question number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all are easy sums because we have already solved these in the previous video. So section F, that is over and this chapter is also over, right? So see you everyone. So we will see in the next video.